What's up, Elunes? Welcome back to another Elune video here on For Misery Gaming. And today, guys, we're going to be going over my overall thoughts of the Slate system, what you need to do to get things progressed, what the benefits of it are, and so on and so forth. And then we're going to cut to some recent news in this video as well, since this video isn't going to be too terribly long, and the news is actually very, very short. So I was like, let's just make it one video. So we're going to do that today. So first of all, let's go over the Slate system. So let's go to the Slate tab. So this is going to be in all your heroes now, and it is like a big grid of things you have to do to complete all your different bonuses. So as you guys start, you're going to have certain things here, and then it looks like to enhance, you can actually also, once you unlock the slates, you can then use more of these resources here to make them stronger. So depending of what your hero is, if it's a support unit, you probably want to go for things in the green you see here, like physical defense, and then the blue here is evasion, attack speed are the boots, and then you also have purple, more evasion. So it looks like the purple, green, and blue are kind of indicators of I guess how strong they might be. But you guys see there purple evasion there, blue evasion there, and I think it's just pretty much the further down you go, the better the stats are going to be. So look at there, that HP is 1,000, and actually it is 1,000 the same there too. So I guess it is going to be just completely RNG. I thought maybe they had some kind of rhyme or reason for either the color or how far you are down in there, but no, it just looks like it's completely random. So those are the different stats you can get. Now, let's go actually into like our Reve, for instance, and show you guys how much it costs. A lot of materials in order to do that. So, in order to show you guys that, we have our blue stones, our red stones, and green stones, right? So, first of all, you can actually see what each one are, but in order to get to the next one, so for instance, if I wanted to get the attack at 400, I do have to unlock first crit power of 72. And you guys see there, minimum you're going to be sending 10 blue stones, and then as they get stronger, or as you go further in the system, it's going to cost you more and more and more. So just keep that in mind. So if we go back to our Balder, and we go to his slate once again, here, I got to use 50. So the last row you have to do 50. I believe it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is how it goes. So you have to use those stones there, the blue ones, in order to obtain that. And then for enhancing, it looks like you use the red ones. So the red ones you use to enhance them, and then the green ones, or the blue ones, I'm sorry, are the ones you use to unlock them. And I think possibly the green ones are also, you need, let me see here. Okay, so I guess so for once you guys get down here, the bottom 6, those are going to be your dupes. So when you guys get something to +5, then, and sorry about, actually, let me change this. Sorry about this, guys. My blinds want to act all crazy today. So sorry about that unprofessionalism there, and my light's still all over my face. So rip my face cam today. But anyway, try to ignore my face today. Anyway, once you guys get through this whole row, then you can start using your dupes. So you could, if you say like, okay, I know I want to, because this is where I screwed up. I just was going through trying to complete all of Baldur's Grid. I was like, oh, I'll have plenty of materials to do that. Like, nah, totally didn't have enough, because I couldn't even, I still am missing 3 upgrades in his grid. So, and plus this did happen right around the time where we had the reset for our light summons, and you guys need about 75,000 or so light orbs in order to complete your light summon grid. So I had to stop at that point where I got to like, okay, I'm reaching close to where I'm out of light orbs. So hopefully they're going to do something different to get more of those, more seeds, things like that, because you need light orbs and seeds in order to get these materials in your lab. So keep that in mind. Like, don't go crazy. What I would recommend, I think the best way to go about this is see how many dupes of certain heroes you have and invest in them properly. So, for instance, like I still have, let's see here, I still have 2 Balders, I have 3 Reves, all at 60. And you guys see here, I have 2 King Rims at 50 and another Balder at 50. So I now recommend actually trying to save as many seats as you can, evolve as many to you where you get your 6 extra dupes after your Transcend +5 if you have a lot of them. And particularly those are going to be the older heroes with the higher pull rates, like Balders, Reves, Carolines, King Rims, you know, units like that, Arslans, McCarthy, Bones, all those units are going to have a higher pull rate, so more than likely you're going to have a better chance to pull them. And what I recommend doing is when you go into your slate, so say you have 2 dupes of Balder, right? I would just completely go down this row, the first row, and then once you completely complete that first row, then you can add in your dupe. And the reason why is because look at that, 1200 attack on a dupe, whereas you get 200, 400, 400. So keep that in mind on that. It's like kind of how you should prioritize. I screwed it up big time and I wasted most of my resources trying to just get Balder completely maxed out because I use them for so many different applications in the game, between Dimension Rift and then also for story farming, and then also for bosses, like a lot in bosses. So he's a very core unit for my particular account. So what I recommend doing is before, if you guys, I know this video is coming out super late because the thing's been out for quite a while, but I recommend you guys definitely trying to save them, and simply at that point, then you can figure out, okay, what do I need to prioritize in my account, okay? So for the video, we're gonna go ahead and put one of his dupes in. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock, and there you go. See there, thankfully there, we actually do not have to use materials in order to get the dupe once you get down to that dupe line. But what you can do, because right there we got crit power. Do we have another crit power thing? I don't see another crit power thing in his tree, but you can do is you can actually exchange. So say you get a stat you don't want, you at that point can then exchange them. So technically, if you keep getting dupes, you can go for the perfect stats you want. So say for your DPS you want all crit power, or say you want all attack. Then every time you get a dupe, if it's not crit power or attack, luckily for me, both of them were that. I don't know if I can get evasion, attack speed, defense, magic defense, evasion, so on and so forth. I'm not sure on that. So, but, and I don't think I have any crit power. Oh, we do. So crit power of 96 to 192. So 100 more crit power here on your dupe feed in as opposed to a regular grid from before. So the crit power, just so you guys know, are the 2 swords crossed. Crit is the one where it's got like the waves coming out of it, and then it's just the sword by itself is just attack. So that's how you guys can kind of see the differences of what you guys are going to get. But my recommendation is prioritize where your dupes are. Focus on those heroes first. This could even apply to your epics, like units like Chloe, super, super strong in multiple contents. So you may want to save her, possibly, or maybe even like your Nazar, your Panda, you know, something like that. Although I do recommend prioritizing your DPS heroes first in this grid system, because this is going to take a long, long time to perfect your grid system to where you want it. So keep that in mind. And then once you guys do that, like we said, you then can enhance the lower ones. So the dupe ones, you cannot enhance. You can only exchange them for a different stat. But the normal slots, you can actually do your, you can actually get your, you can actually enhance them to better stats. So I don't know how far you can enhance them. I'm not going to be using that right now. I don't have any red stones. So that's how you guys can do that. And then bonus slots, it looks like we're 6 of 11. I don't know entirely what that means. And I would assume I can't unlock that until I get all the way through here. And then I can unlock this slot. But I have 4 slots left. Like I said, I'm not sure what the X is there. I think that's a bonus slot, if I'm not mistaken. So I would assume maybe this entire section is bonus, like the whole L thing. How many? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's where your bonus slots are. So your entire outer L, which is going to be from this blue sword here to the green evasion thing there, that's all your bonus slots. And then your normal slots are the other 25 grids from here to here, from from all this stuff are your normal slots. And I would assume your bonus slots are going to be significantly more powerful, so try to prioritize to get those done first. So now, before we go into the next video, and actually, I'm going to make the update video a separate video. We actually did talk quite a bit of the grid. I didn't think we were going to talk so much on the grid, so I will do the news video later. So anyway, of course my phone goes off while I'm recording. So now let's go into our lab where we can show you guys how you're going to get these materials. So to get keystones, and it looks like the green stones we can't even get yet. I don't know what those are used for. Was it red or was it green that let us enhance? Okay, it was red. Okay, so that's cool. So we can enhance them. You can get the red stones in the lab. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't spewing stuff out of my you-know-what, and I was incorrect. So, but here you guys will see here, you have to use Elune seeds and Elune lights in order to get them. So for instance, if I wanted to get just one, it's going to cost me 60 Elune lights, and then it's going to cost me however many seeds that was. So that's how you guys are going to get these. So boost stones and then keystones. So keystones are going to be the ones you guys are going to use to unlock. And then your boost stones are going to be what you're going to use to enhance your regular grids. Not the bonus grids, but the regular grids. So for instance, I recommend doing them 10 by 10. So if you want to do 10 of them, you guys will see there, it's going to cost you 1,000 seeds and 6,000 lights in order to do that. So keep in mind, when you get to the final grid, you're going to have to use 50 of each grid in order to fill out those last 5 lines. So keep in mind, it is going to cost you, 250 keystones, which is going to be 1,000 seeds times 5. And the seeds isn't like, for me, I'm still pretty good on seeds. I got 17,000, but the lights is what the big deal is. So if we go to our inventory, I only have 12,298 lights. Now, I don't need to save up so much to where, I want to have, my 70,000 right now or at the beginning of the month, so I have a long time before it happens, but I recommend staying at least at, 35,000 lights before you're going back into your grid to do some more light enhancements. Maybe, for me, I would just prioritize getting your dupes filled in as fast as you can. That way you get your dupe abilities unlocked, make them as strong as you can, especially for your DPS heroes. And then take it from there. That's kind of my overall opinion on this. As far as what do I think it's good. I mean, my Baldur a lot better than he was before, for sure. It was a lot of resources I wasn't using. I did have a lot of excess Elune lights. I did have a lot of excess seeds, but they are going to run out fast. You're not going to have enough to fill out tons and tons of heroes, especially with all the normal ones, especially if you're not talking about dupes. So I think they are going to have to do some balancing of letting us get seeds better, or getting Elune lights, a better way, or cutting them down. I think they need to be halved or cut in a quarter, some kind of big reduction. I think the materials is too costly for what's required. Not necessarily how many to exchange the stones, but to cut in half the stone consumption. The last line costs 25 keystones per grid instead of 50, then go from 40 to 20, 20 to 10, 10 to 5, 5 to 3 or 2 or whatever, just to make it a little easier, because you got to keep in mind there is so many good heroes in this game, because we use multiple heroes for multiple applications. So it's not in a lot of games like Digimon Re-Arise that we're also playing on the channel, where you can stick to 5 to 10 heroes and they can do all the content in the game. Elune is not like that. You need multiple heroes for multiple content. So if you really want to get those heroes perfected, you do need a lot of resources. Now, I did talk to the CMs about this. They said the grid system with the D-Slate is the super endgame system. I get that, but the point is there is a lot of heroes you have to use in the game. So my point being, I do think it needs a rework. I think it is too costly. So hopefully we are going to see some changes in that in the future. We'll have to see how it goes. But at any rate, let me know what you guys think of the D-Slate system. What heroes did you guys invest in? Did you guys make some mistakes like me? I hope if you guys have not invested yet, if you guys haven't gone into your Slate system yet for whatever reason. I hope this video was helpful and my mistakes can be your fruition, and hopefully you guys, your accounts are better off than mine are for this system, and I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and figure, trial and error, figure out what to do from going forward. So thank you guys so much for checking out the video today. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like down below, hit that subscribe button down below, and ring that bell if you guys are new, so you can stay updated on all new Elune content we are bringing to the channel. Thank you guys so much once again. This is your boy Fort Misery Gaming, and we'll see you guys in the next Elune video. Peace out, guys.